Are you a chosen one? Now, if you're interested in personal development in any capacity, I really believe this video will benefit you a lot. If not, I just really recommend you click off and do not watch the rest of your video because you're gonna be wasting your time. First off, what exactly is a chosen one? Now, a chosen one, in my opinion, is someone who believes they're destined for greatness, either in the aspect of achievement and fulfillment, or in the aspect of influence. Someone who doesn't really believe they're destined for mediocrity and to live normally. Someone who has a powerful influence of some sort. Now, I also want to stress one thing. I have absolutely no religious affiliation with this term of being a chosen one, because I am Muslim, and this term I believe is derived from the Bible. So my opinion is purely just a theory and just an opinion. There's no official concrete evidence for it, and it's just me observing what I believe is a chosen one, what it means. I'm still doing research myself, and quite frankly, I don't even know 100% if what I'm saying is accurate. It is purely an opinion. So as of recently, I've been reading and consuming a lot of content regarding this topic of being a chosen one, and it really sparked my interest, so I kind of delved deeply into it. Now, it all started when I came across this one YouTuber by accident. His name is MarcTheMessenger. He recently really blew up on YouTube. He has really solid content. You guys should definitely check him out. And he was talking in either one or some of his videos about what a chosen one is, signs that you're chosen, what would happen if you're chosen, if you're going through a trial or a tribulation. So I found it very interesting. And mind you, all of his content stems strongly from Christianity and from the Bible. So again, I do not have any religious affiliation with it. However, one of the verses he was mentioning, which I believe comes from the Bible, is that many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. So here's my point, and here's my opinion. It's not religious at all. That verse, many are called, but few are chosen, what it means is that most people, or maybe even all people, at some point in their lives, will become somewhat familiar with what their true calling is in life, or at least what they believe their true calling to be. But most of us will not have the toughness and the perseverance and the grit to stick with that something until we become an absolute master at it. Because most of us are too afraid of pursuing that because we're afraid of failure. And what I believe it is with the whole term of being a chosen one is that you have to deserve and earn that term of being a chosen one. It's not just going to be handed out to you like that. Again, many are called, but few are chosen. Most of us are called. We know what our calling is. At least we think we know what it is. But most of us don't have the guts to take the time, the energy, the grit, the perseverance to just keep going until we achieve some level of influence or some level of mastery at that craft, at that thing, service, influence, whatever it is. I believe every single person on the planet is capable of genius level potential, but most of us are not going to tap into that genius level potential. As a matter of fact, the very overwhelming majority of us will never tap into that. And here's another trait through my research and through forming my own opinion that chosen ones have this specific trait. I believe chosen ones are always questioning things. They're always questioning their identity. They're always questioning where they're going, and they're always questioning why they're doing something. Not in like a suspicious way, but more so in a way that they're just curious. Why do I need to do this? Is this really what's fulfilling me? Is this better for me to serve my purpose and to serve society in some way, or for the greater good, or even for God? Is this better for my peace? Is this better for my happiness? They're also always questioning their identity. Is this what's truly meant for me? Am I really meant for a 9-to-5 and do this for 40 years and then only get 2 weeks off per year? And then after all those 40 years, after I graduate college, I'm retired for 15 years and then just die? Me personally, that never made any sense to me. I've always thought that that wasn't the right approach for me because to a large extent, I believe that that would mean that I'm wasting my time. Another thing, chosen ones, in my opinion, because they know that they're destined for something more, these are the types of people who will literally do anything for themselves to achieve that level of influence and mastery on a specific craft, even if it takes them years to see tangible results. Others may think they're crazy, but they do this because they believe that if they do not do this, they will, to a large extent, have wasted their life. They believe that it's their life purpose to have some sort of influence or powerful influence over others, or powerful mastery at a craft, if you will. They believe that it's kind of like a responsibility for them to be an influential figure, or to be a figure that teaches other people something, to help other people with something, to prevent other people from falling into the same obstacles that they did. They believe it's their duty to an extent, but in different forms. Another trait that chosen ones have, they typically do not fit in with the rest. Even though they may be liked or popular, they just don't typically feel like they really fit in with the rest. They can mesh well with them to an extent and socialize with them, but they never truly feel understood. They always feel like they are kind of cut from a different fabric. And it's not because they're odd in the sense of just socially awkward, no. Odd in the sense, or different rather, in the sense that they see the world from a different lens, from a different perspective. They see it from a much higher perspective, for the greater good, not just for themselves. And also, they are real seekers and true seekers of peace. They believe in peace, and at the same time, they are typically very rebellious. Rebellious in the sense of not just rebelling without a cause, rebelling in the sense of always questioning authority and hating to do as they're told. Let me give you guys a personal example, because I've always been this way. I've always hated people telling me what to do, and I've always hated authority on me like that. I remember once when I was in the 3rd grade, there was this teacher whom every single student in the 3rd grade in my class was given the task of having to color a sketch and fill in every single line with like a different color. And I was just so fed up with it because I did not understand why we should do this. I asked myself, why do we need to do this? I asked her, why do we need to do this? So I kept complaining to her until she eventually told me, just fill in one of those spaces in the sketch with just one color and just hand it in. Chosen ones definitely have that attitude of rebellion because they hate just doing what they're told without there necessarily having to be a superior cause to it or a proper cause. The point I'm trying to make to you is if that you really desire success, just start learning right now and then start executing. If you already know what you need to learn, or if you already know what you know and you don't really need to learn that much to start executing, then just start executing despite the doubts. You see, here's the thing about chosen ones. They don't wait to do things or to be told to do things. They move on their own accord. They're self-reliant. They're self-motivated. They don't need others to motivate them. However, here's what I'll tell you. If you relate to this video in the very slightest, I want you to ask yourself, which group do you belong to? Do you belong to the group that is self-reliant, self-sufficient, and self-motivated, and you believe truly that this video made a difference to you? Or do you believe that this video is just another video and you're just gonna keep scrolling through YouTube or doing whatever you need to and wasting your time and just aimlessly going about your day? Which group do you belong to? I'll let you choose.